You know, your morning coffee and your smartphone? What if I told you they share a secret? They're both made from the same fundamental recipe. Today, we're going to break down that recipe, the essential ingredients that create, literally, everything around us. Go on, just look around you, right now. That phone, that desk, the shirt on your back. Ever really think about how they got here? It's a heck of a journey, and it all starts somewhere pretty basic. Yup, for a whole lot of stuff, the story starts right here, in the dirt, with the raw materials that nature just gives us. The cotton in your shirt, the wood in your desk, it all begins with something being pulled from the ground or picked from a plant. From there, those raw materials get shipped off to a factory, and that's where the real transformation happens. They get processed, refined, and molded, starting to look a little less like a plant and more like, well, something else. And then, boom, after a bunch of other steps, you have the final product you use every single day. So what's the magic formula here? What's the secret recipe that turns dirt into, well, everything? Well, here it is. In economics, they have a name for it, the factors of production. It's basically 4 key ingredients: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. And I mean every business, from your corner coffee shop to a giant like Apple, uses this exact same recipe. All right, so let's break this down. Ingredient number 1, land. And right away, I gotta tell you, when an economist says land, they don't just mean a patch of dirt you can build a house on. Oh no, it's way, way bigger than that. Think of land as the umbrella term for all natural resources. So yeah, it's the soil, but it's also the water, the forests, the oil, and minerals buried deep underground. Heck, it's even the sunlight and the air. These are the freebies from Mother Nature, the absolute starting point for everything. Okay, so you've got your resources. But they don't just jump out of the ground and turn themselves into iPhones, right? You need people. And that brings us to ingredient number 2, human effort. The fancy term for this is labor. And it's really just any work people do to make stuff. It could be the physical grind of a farmer in a field, or it could be the intense mental focus of a coder writing an app. It's all just human energy, plain and simple. But hold on a second. Is all effort created equal? I mean, is the work of a total newbie the same as a master who's been at it for 30 years? No way. And figuring out why, well, that leads us to maybe the most important ingredient in this whole recipe. Let's talk about the real game changer, human capital. This isn't just about clocking in and out, it's about the quality of the work you do when you're there. So here's the easiest way to think about it. Labor is just doing the work. Human capital is the skill, the knowledge, the experience that lets you do that work better, faster, or smarter. It's the difference between just showing up and knowing exactly what you're doing. It's the know-how. So where does this stuff come from? You can't just buy it at the store. Well, you build it. You build it with good education and training. You support it with things like healthcare, because healthy people are productive people. And what's really interesting is that it's also shaped by our culture. It's actually pretty wild how a whole country's mindset can level up its human capital. Take the Japanese idea of Kaizen. It just means continuous improvement. This one idea created a culture obsessed with quality and getting a little bit better every single day. And that, in large part, is what helped make Japan a manufacturing powerhouse. And this idea is not new, not at all. Check this out. For thousands of years, shipbuilders in ancient India made these amazing ships by literally stitching the planks together with rope. No nails. This technique, passed down for generations, made the ship super flexible and perfect for the ocean. Now that is some serious human capital. Okay, our recipe is coming along nicely. We've got our natural resources, the land. We've got our skilled people, the labor and human capital. But we're missing 2 final things, the tools for the job and the big idea that pulls it all together. And these last 2 ingredients are a real dynamic duo. First, you have capital. This is all the man-made stuff you use to produce things. Factories, machinery, computers, you name it. But all those tools are just junk without the second part, entrepreneurship. That's the vision, the spark. It's the person who looks at all the other ingredients and says, I have an idea, and then takes a huge risk to make it happen. So there we have it, our 4 ingredients: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. But why does this simple recipe matter so much? Well, because how well a country mixes these ingredients together, that pretty much decides its entire economic future. Just think about this number for a second. 65%. That's how much of India's population is under 35. That is a massive wave of potential labor. But more than that, it's a golden opportunity to build an incredible amount of human capital. And there's a term for this. It's called the demographic dividend. It's basically the potential for huge economic growth when you have more people working than not working. But, and this is a big but, you only get to cash in on that dividend if you actually invest in those young people. You got to turn them into skilled, educated workers. And you can see how this is playing out. On one hand, literacy rates in India have gotten way better, which is awesome. It's the foundation for building human capital. But there's still work to do. Gaps still exist, and closing those gaps is absolutely key to unlocking everyone's potential. You know, the economist Bibek Debroy really hit the nail on the head with this. He said that for a country like India, the biggest boost to growth will come from using land, labor, and capital more efficiently. See, it's not just about having the ingredients, it's about being a really good chef and mixing them perfectly. So let's recap the recipe one last time. You've got land, your natural resources, you've got labor, the human effort, you've got capital, the tools and tech, and finally, entrepreneurship, the vision that puts it all into motion. But I want to leave you with a question to chew on. In a world that's changing so fast with AI and automation, which of these ingredients is going to be the most important tomorrow? Will it be capital, the robots and the algorithms, or will it be human capital? Our creativity, our problem solving, our vision that becomes more valuable than ever. Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.